Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Looks like I'm having a... Good morning, everybody. I was having a bit of a connection issue, but happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a wonderful or an interesting or an enlightening or at least a healthy holiday yesterday, which was here in Canada, Family Day. And today I'm going to be talking about some interesting family dynamics. Hi, my name is Victoria Lorient-Faibish, and I'm a holistic psychotherapist, registered psychotherapist, and I love coming to you live. And of course, then I put the video out in various taped formats and various groups, but nice to have you along for the ride live. Today I want to talk about get out of the cycle of self-denial. Hi, Claudio. I want to say that the cycle of self-denial is precisely something that I see repetitively in my practice. People complaining about, relationships in which they feel taken advantage of, or where they find they can't draw boundaries, or where they find that the experience is uneven. There's a lot of giving on the person's part and a lot of taking on the other person's part. And essentially, they've numbed out the feelings within themselves that is all about the cues within that say, hey, I this doesn't work for me. They stopped, they never were taught to ask the question, what do I think, what do I feel, and what do I want in this moment? And as a result, they have developed or have been taught through their family culture that they need to live in the cycle of self-denial. Now, what is this, you might ask? Well, it's very simple. It's sort of a cycle. It starts at the bottom where it is the person believes, I have no needs I feel I can express. I have no needs that I feel are valuable. I have no needs or wants that I feel are precisely what it is that I want to express to the other people in my life. I have no needs I feel I can express, and I feel like they're not valuable or worthwhile expressing. However, the cycle continues this way. Being human, you have needs. You're see me, feel me, hear me, touch me. What about me? Needs, the human experience. We have needs. It doesn't mean that we're going to express our needs, but we have the needs. But if we've numbed those needs out, we're sort of in that cycle of self-denial. I don't have needs. I don't have needs. But yet we have the needs. And then that cycle continues up the circle. I'll post the actual diagram of it. But the next part after realizing you have needs is you express these needs in rather inappropriate ways because you've never been taught to actually express the needs within the family culture in appropriate ways. So you explode the needs on the scene. I want this need met. And it becomes an external raging. Give me what I want. And people get turned off by that. Or there's an internal raging where you don't say it in an external way, but you say it in a way where there's internal raging, kind of like a depressiveness, a resentmentness of the need non-expressed. So it's inappropriate expression of needs. And then that leads you to people kind of like not liking how you've expressed your needs. And so there's a rejection that occurs. And from that rejection, we go into the belief, I have no needs I feel I can express. So it's the cycle. I feel I have no needs I can express, yet I have needs. I express them in very rageous, inappropriate ways or in seething ways or ways that people don't exactly, take me in well, and then there's rejection, and then I get the messaging within, the person gets the messaging within, I feel I have no needs I can express. And round and round and round the person goes, never really experiencing, a sense of healthiness in their relationships and within themselves because they've been taught you don't have needs that you're supposed to actually express. And then also, the other piece that's really tough is that the relationships become devoid of those important cues that are developed naturally for drawing boundaries. So the family culture has somehow taught the person that, no, you're not allowed to have needs. And therefore, when you have a need that shows up, you stuff it down, you numb it out so well that you do not have any actual cues that are showing up within your body, within your psyche that say, I have to draw this boundary. I have to say no. I have to say, this doesn't work for me. I have to say, no, this is not right for me at the moment. And you've not been taught that. So you enter into the cycle of self-denial. The great news is that you can heal the cycle of self-denial, and you can heal it. I just want to say hello to everybody who's joining me. These are things that I'm going to be talking about most days around 9:15. And so post your questions. But the cycle of self-denial can be healed. And I won't go into tremendous detail. Do read my book, Find Your Self-Culture, Moving from Depression and Anxiety to Monumental Self-Acceptance. I have detail and also courses that I teach online. But the key, the little cue or the little tip here is that to heal the cycle of self-denial, you need to start to rewire your brain in which you say it's okay to have a need. You start to, many people think, oh, having a need means I'm weak, or having a need means that I'm somehow wrong because they've been trained that way. So you've got to start to rewire that and say, no, wait a minute. Let me intellectually at least say having a need is an okay thing, is a good thing, in fact. And, I can't put it on other people to fulfill my needs, but at least I know that I have a need and I can fill my own needs. And that's the beginning. That really is the beginning. And then you start to develop neural pathways that start to say, hey, I have to express this need in this relationship. And you start to maybe go about the business of being in therapy or taking a class or reading a book in which you learn how to ask for your needs in fair, kind, loving ways in which you're not turning people off, essentially, when you ask for what it is that you need. People might say no, and I encourage people to be okay with people saying no because you want to give, I'm a freedom lover. I want to give people the right to say no. I want to be able to say no myself. Right? That's freedom in relationships, and that's healthy in relationships. But in the cycle of self-denial, the family culture is teaching people, you cannot have a need, and any need that you have, you must squash. But then let me tell you that leads to a lot of resentment, a lot of anger, and a lot of cyclical unhappiness. So healing the cycle of self-denial means you need to start to tell your brain that it is fair, good, and right for me to have a need in my relationships and with myself. And that need might be, I need to say no, I need to have more love, I need to have you listen to me more, I need, whatever the need is, I need to draw this boundary, whatever the need is, you have a right to it. Whether or not the other person fulfills that need is a different story. But you have a right to your needs and your wants, and you're responsible to fulfill them and to fill your own cup. But you can also have, in the experience of life, of relationships, needs, okay? And I just want people to understand that living in the cycle of self-denial, numbing down the cues of your needs, is the road to deep unhappiness. So get in touch with your needs, get in touch with your wants, ask yourself the key questions. What do I want? What do I need? And what am I feeling in this moment? Those are the best questions. Write them down and go about the business of finding healthy ways to ask for what you need. Again, the person might say no. You lob the tennis ball over. They may not lob it back, but that's okay. All right. Have a beautiful day. We're having a bit of a foggy day here in Toronto, but it is warming up and we appreciate that. So have a beautiful day. Continue to tune in the mornings around 9:15. I'll be talking about really interesting topics. Let me know topics you're interested in hearing about. And of course, hop on over to my website, visualizationworks.com. Here's my second book, Connecting, Rewire Your Relationship Culture. And we have some great online courses as well. And you can look at that on my website. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.